Good morning, Starkey Road family. Today we are observing Orphan Sunday and also recognizing November as National Adoption Month. I personally am so thankful for our journey through fostering and adoption and the prayers and support of so many of you. Having a supportive and encouraging church family is what makes the journey possible for many of us. James 1:27 says, "Religion that is pure and undefiled before God the Father is this, to visit orphans and widows in their affliction and to keep oneself unstained from the world." Starkey Road, especially recently, has worked hard to reach into our local community when it comes to foster care and adoption, but also not just here, but around the world when the opportunities have been made available. Today, we are going to hear from one of our own church families and the journey that has brought them to international adoption.
Good morning, Starkey Road Baptist Church. We're the Kronz family. I'm Brian Kronz and my wife Anastasia Kronz. We've been attending Starkey Road Baptist Church for approximately 25 years, and we have 4 boys.
We are thrilled to share with you what God has been doing in our life. This is our story, but it already includes so many of you in our church family who have shared with your prayers, your love, and your support. In March of 2023, Pastor Alex asked us to chaperone the youth missions trip, and we were excited to serve at an orphanage in Central America. But true to the character and nature of our God, He had way more than we could ever ask or imagine planned for our family in that trip. God used that trip to call our family to international adoption. We are overjoyed to say that we are deep in the process of adopting a daughter from Central America. So far, there have been miracles, mountains of paperwork, and both peaks and valleys of emotions throughout this faith-stretching process. But God has been true to His promise that He will never leave us or forsake us. And through it all, we get the chance to obey Him, to live out our faith, and to make much of His great name. The challenges of international adoption have made us even exponentially even more aware and grateful for the way that God freely and willingly adopts us into His family the minute that we call on His name. We are so grateful for a church family that takes very seriously God's call to care for orphans. We are in need of an army of prayer warriors who will stand with us in prayer for the journey that lies ahead in bringing our daughter home. We are also in need of those who are willing to partner with us, as international adoption is extremely expensive, upwards of nearly $50,000. But we know that nothing is impossible for our God, so we've stepped out in faith to obey, and we are trusting Him to provide the resources for that. Would you please pray about and consider a tax-deductible donation through our Adoption Bridge link, where 100% of the resources go directly to funding our international adoption. Catch up with us sometime. We would love to share with you details of all that God is doing in this story and journey. We also want to leave you with a challenge. This November, as it's National Adoption Month, consider if God might be calling you to give an orphan a forever family. He has removed every obstacle that we thought might stand in our way, and we know that if He can do that for us, He can do that for you too. Together, let's all commit as Christians to stand in the gap and pray for and adopt orphans from all over the world who are waiting for their forever families. Thank you, church family.
Thank you, Starkey family, for all you do and your continued heart and support for the children in our area and around the world. We exist to help people find, follow, and share Jesus Christ, and this is one of those ways we can all do that.